Всем привет, это игровой канал StidIsram, это игрушка Kingdom Come Deliverance. И продолжаем сюжетную линию. Нам надо найти вонючку в городе Ледечко. И надо поспрашивать местных жителей. Здесь как раз торговец, купец есть. И с ним репутацию кое-как я повышал, поэтому он должен что-то сказать полезное.
I'm looking for a fellow called Riki. Do you know him?
You mean Hinek? He's the Tanner's son, isn't he?
Any idea where I could find him?
I don't know. Try at his folks' house, but he doesn't spend much time there.
Так. По нем можно порасспрашивать.
Can you tell me something about him?
Not much, I confess. Most of the village folk avoid him like the plague.
Why is that?
No one with a nose likes spending too much time around Tanners, and that Riki keeps bad company. I've never heard a good word said about him.
What can you tell me about the old courier?
He's as cantankerous as a hog in a thorn bush. He won't talk to anyone.
Why do they call Hinek Riki anyway?
He's a tanner, isn't he? If you're ever downwind of him, you'll understand. Tanning isn't a trade for the weak of stomach.
True enough, but not every courier gets cursed with a name like that.
Hinek's nature's no sweeter than his smell.
Why has he got such a bad name?
Well, like his old man, he doesn't talk much to anyone. And then he's always skulking off somewhere. I heard he got a taste of the pillory in Rattay for thieving, and in Neuhof he got boozed up in the alehouse with his cronies and they beat up some merchants.
So a bit more than high spirits.
Just so. We're all honest folk here, and we've no use for the likes of him.
В общем, не очень этого вонючку любят.
Don't tell me there's not a single person who talks to him.
He's been seen around with one of the bathhouse wenches. Adela, I believe she's called.
Так, надо, значит, с Аделой поговорить и с его родителями. Так, что тут пишут? Они где-то на юге. И здесь банные дома где? А вот я вижу эти палатки. Хозяйка, это не то.
I heard you've been seeing Hinek, the tanner's son.
So what? Come to preach at me, have you? That I'm a loose woman, a sinner, that I seduce decent men?
I just wanted to ask you a few questions. It's not my business how you live your life.
I'm glad to hear it. Some folk don't care for the way I make a living.
I can imagine.
So what about you then? You look a bit careworn. A bath with a bit of company might do you good.
Нет. Давай
Maybe
вопросы.
later, sweetheart. Right now, I have some questions to ask.
Ask away then.
Where can I find Hinek?
I haven't seen him in the village for a few days. He must have run off to the woods again.
Does he do that often?
From time to time.
What the hell does he get up to there?
I don't know.
Так, можно ее убедить теперь.
He goes to the woods from time to time. That smells fishy to me.
What do you mean? There's no law against it, is there?
With all the footpads, looters, cumans, and God knows what other vermin around, it's not the sort of thing an honest man would do.
But Hinek doesn't have anything to do with those people.
Oh, really? Then what does he do there? I don't imagine he's gathering mushrooms.
Mushrooms, no. More like hares or other game.
So Hinek is a poacher? That's no surprise.
Well, he was never much of one for an honest trade.
Do you know exactly where he goes? Maybe he has some favourite spot he might have told you about?
He said he has some hideout in the woods, but he didn't tell me where.
Так, это укрытие у него есть.
When did you last see him?
A few days ago, he came to me late in the evening, drunk.
And that was unusual?
I never saw him drink much. He always came to me sober.
So he was acting strangely that evening?
He was strange. I had the feeling he was afraid of something. He keeps prattling on and didn't seem to care about you know what. So I threw him out and I haven't seen him since.
Can you remember anything he said that evening?
Oh, I'm not sure. He went on about some fellow called Lubosh who died. That he was regretting he ever got into it. But he never said what it was. And that it wasn't worth it for the money. Aye. And then he was talking about the money. That was very odd.
What did he say about the money?
Just that he had a pile of it hidden behind his house.
I see. What did you say to that?
What could I say? He was drunk. He kept saying I was a fine girl, and other harlots wouldn't go with him even for money. And if I wanted, I could even take half the money and leave. Or he'd go with me, and we could get married and such. All just poppycock.
Так, гроши
Did you go there
искала.
for a look?
No, I've got better things to do. Obviously he made it up. Where would a layabout like him get so much coin?
Yes, I understand. Did he tell you exactly where he hid it?
He said he buried it at his father's small holding in the western corner.
All right, thank you.
Ха-ха-ха, кого-то мы раскрутили на бабки. Узнаем про это.
Is it true?
What?
Other whores wouldn't go with him even for money?
The other bathhouse girls are honest, so I don't know. The truth is, I felt a bit sorry for him. Folk don't like him, but it's only 'cause his old man is a grouch and a tanner.
Так,
I heard they don't like him because he keeps company with villains.
True enough. But they didn't like him before that either. Or me. They're closed-minded yokels. Both of us are the black sheep of the village.
There's nothing more between you?
No, nothing. Maybe Hinnek thinks differently. But that's how it goes.
так, и
I
его
need to know more about
укрытие.
that hideout.
I really don't know where it is. I only know when he came back, he usually came to see me.
I see.
Так, так.
How did you know he'd been to the woods?
He always talked about what he caught, and he never came to me at other times. Probably didn't have the money for it.
Do you know who he sold it to?
He never told me straight up. But who could he sell it to? The innkeeper, I reckon. It makes sense.
For sure.
Так, как продавал корчмарю, это тоже еще улика.
Do you know what route he took? At least the general direction. Anything that could help me find his hideout.
I think he usually went through the woodcutter's camp, 'cause he always brought me freshly chopped firewood, and he had wood chips on his boots.
Good. So at least I know where to start.
Так, еще дровосеки. Ладно, все с ней понятно. В общем, все разболтал. Вот поэтому бабам мораль никогда не доверять никакие сведения важные. Так, дальше можно сходить к корчмарю. Можно сходить за деньгами, посмотреть, что там есть. У него припрятано. Так, где тут корчмарь? Крестьянин. Вот он стоит, хитрец такой.
God be with you, good sir.
I want to ask about the courier's son, Hinnek.
But ask someone else. They've nothing to do with Riki. He'd only drive my customers away.
Really? I heard a different story. I heard the two of you do business together.
Who are you, anyway?
A friend of Hinnek's. He's gone missing and I need to find him.
I don't know where he is. But if you find the bastard, tell him he still owes me some goods.
Так, и можно его раскрутить. Так, у меня... В общем, по всем вариантам я могу сделать.
I don't give a damn what deals you've been doing together. I won't tell anyone. I just need to know where Riki is. It's urgent.
What have our deals got to do with where he disappeared to?
More than you think. It's likely Riki is hiding out at his poaching lair. And believe me, it wasn't hard to find out who was buying game from him. And it's even easier to go to the castle and tell them. Poaching's a crime, after all.
All right, all right. But give me your word of honor. You won't tell anyone about our deal.
You have my word.
Fine. So, what do you want to know?
I hear Hinek has a hideout in the woods he uses for hunting game. Do you know where it is?
Not exactly. That is... I don't know where it is at all.
But
I happen to know it's a dark place. A cave or an old mine shaft.
how do you know that?
Whenever Riki was going poaching, he always came to me first for candles and lamp oil. He brought the game skinned and gutted, so we had to have a light for that.
Так.
How much game did he bring you?
Not much, a few pieces. There's no great demand here. Sometimes the gentry has something, otherwise it ends up in sausages.
And do you know of any mine shafts nearby?
There's a few of them around. There's one on the opposite bank, a short way off the path leading from the forge to the west. Then there's a mine gallery to the east of the village, up in the woods above the cliffs. And I heard there's one shaft on the headland close to the water.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Watch you don't break your neck, though. It's rough ground, and you could easily fall down a shaft.
Так, какая-то пещера есть еще. Скрытая шахта, штольня, блин. Как слишком много всего. Ух. Скрытая шахта, штольня, пещера, дровосеки. Значит, дровосеки находятся здесь, и здесь же находится какая-то пещера. Значит, он вполне возможно сюда шел, дровосеком. Но сначала в его дом надо зайти. Это такой лучник. Там опять соревнования какие-нибудь по стрелам делать, но я не умею этим заниматься. Так, это значит его отец. Но сначала можно посмотреть. Где-то он деньги припрятал. Этого нету? Квеста. Найди тайник вонючки. Тут С. Где-то под углом дома. Ух ты, какой дерзкий. С тобой тоже надо поговорить.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
I'm looking for a fellow called Riki. Have you ever heard of him?
Sure. Why wouldn't I? That's what they call my son, Hinek.
Ah, you wouldn't happen to know where he is, would you?
I don't know nothing.
Don't you at least know where he usually goes? It's important.
Hinek shows up at home once in a blue moon, so I don't know nothing about where he gets to. Even if I did, why would I tell every Tom, Dick and Harry?
Так. Но опять-таки я все варианты могу сделать.
Your son is about to get into deep shit. I'm trying to find him so I can warn him.
That's nothing new. He's always up to his ears in it.
But this time his neck's on the block. He got mixed up with some very dangerous people. I have to find him.
All right. He was here a few days ago, but he left right away. He looked like he was in a hurry.
And you don't know where he went?
I've got an idea, but I don't know where it is exactly.
I don't follow.
Hinek makes some money on the side from poaching. He boasted to me a few times about what a great hideout he found in the woods, but he never told me where it is.
Well, it's not much to go on, but it's better than nothing. Thank you.
Так, еще какие
I'd
варианты
like to
есть?
talk to you about your Hinek.
I'm very busy, so make it quick.
Do you at least know any friends he's with, or someone he goes to see?
As far as I know, nobody here in the village talks to him.
I heard he's seeing some bathhouse wench.
Maybe. He can't get it for free, so I suppose he has to go to the baths.
Don't you have any clue at all where his hideout could be?
I really don't know nothing about that. I could tell when he'd come from there is all.
How's that?
Because every time he brought some hides for tanning and money.
Так.
He had money because he sold the stuff right away?
I suppose. He never kept any of his loot here.
Do you know who he sold it to?
No. But the innkeeper came here now and again and gave him coin. Of course, it could have been for me.
All right. I'll ask at the inn then. What more do you know?
Nothing. I swear to God Almighty, I've said all I know. Hinnick never told me nothing.
I know he didn't talk to you about it, but you must have noticed something, right? How much time did he spend away? What was he wearing? How did he look when he came back? Anything?
Well, he came and went at all sorts of hours. I really don't know. Except maybe one thing. He'd come home scratched with brambles and with leaves and muck on him.
So he probably went through thick woods to get to that place.
I reckon. What do I know?
Так. Ну, все указывает на то самое укрытие около лагеря дровосеков. Осталось только найти его тайник. Говорил, под северным углом дома или каким-то там еще.
What's the matter with you? Hey. Hey.
Вот здесь что-то было. А, это просто растение. Нет, указывает на дом.
What's the matter with you? Anything else?
Ах, вот тут камни. Тут где-то вот сейчас, ну здесь этот ходит за мной. Я, пожалуй, убегу, чтобы он отстал. И здесь все это откопаем. Вот тут это находится, а у меня лопата на лошади. Ну, 115 денег и комбинезон. Ну, так себе комбинезон на самом деле. Только он считается как краденый. Да. Ну. Так, конечно, комбинезончик. Я лучше обратно положу. Застрял в этой луже. И все, идем теперь к тайнику. Или сначала к дровосекам зайти. Как раз по дороге можно зайти к дровосекам. Так, это что такое? Какой-то пекарь здесь, в деревне. Лошадь застряла в кусте, и я упал с нее. Вот это поворот. Опасные кусты. Тут какой-то придорожная часовня. Какая-то точка интереса, какой-то домик. Это где? Не проехал случаем? Вот, они находятся где-то наверху. Надо было через верх ехать. Ну ладно, полезу сразу напрямую через лес. И если вы помните, когда мы ходили на охоту с дворянином этим мелким, то его бандиты какие-то поймали. Вполне возможно, это друзья были того самого Вонючки. Ух ты, какое странное место. Какой-то родник пересохший. Вот дровосеки. Кто тут главный у вас?
God be with you.
I'm looking for Hinek, the courier's son.
Riki. Aye, he shows up here sometimes. Why do you ask?
I'm trying to find him.
Good luck then.
What do you mean?
Riki is like some bloody hedgehog, always creeping around in the woods. And just as prickly.
So you see him there often?
More like we don't see him.
Has he been here recently?
A few days ago. He came by in the evening, well into his cups. He might have fallen somewhere and broken his neck for all I know.
So he went into the woods?
Aye, like always.
How do you know him?
We worked together building a mill by Yanovitz, and then he vanished. A year later I came here to work, and lo and behold, there's Riki.
Do you know what he gets up to in the woods?
What do you reckon? Making money. It's no secret he goes poaching.
You're speaking as if that's perfectly legal.
No, that's not allowed. I know. I mean, I think he might be poaching, but maybe he's gathering firewood. No way for me to know, right?
Firewood, of course. I hear Riki has a hideout in the woods somewhere. Do you know where it is?
Aye, I think I was there once.
You think? What does that mean? Either you were there or you weren't.
Well, once me and Hinek had a bit of a drink together here, and we ran out of ale. Hinek said he had some stashed away in the woods, so off we went.
But do you remember anything about it? The direction or which path you took?
Aye, I can tell you exactly. We went from the edge of the camp here along the path down to the creek. A little upstream, there's a fallen tree bridging the water. We went across it to the other side, then we went uphill to a big boulder. You have to listen carefully there.
Why?
There's a spring nearby. Someone put a kind of little mill wheel on the stream below it. You can hear it going clap, clap, clap all day and night.
Uh-huh.
Once you find it, you go around the spring and nearby you'll see a clearing. That's where Hinek's hideout is. It's an old mine gallery or cave.
Так, все с ним. Вот мы и узнали, где находится его как раз вот по тропинке к ручейку, и вот здесь вот его укрытие. Я без лошади пойду, кстати, на тему еды. Надо поесть. Вниз по ручью до упавшего дерева. Так, вот это какое именно? Вон дерево. Перебраться и ступай вверх, пока не дойдешь до большого валуна. Наверное, этот. Водяную мельницу вниз по ручью. Так. Вниз по ручью. О, заяц бегает. Или, может быть, я вообще не в ту сторону пошел. То я слишком далеко пошел. Лучше в штольню в эту идти. Сначала проверю сразу там по карте. Так, это уже что-то другое. В общем, там непонятно что, а вот это похоже уже на пещеру. И надо бы сохраниться, то мало ли кто там будет. Так, факел. Тут, смотрите, это кровь. Неужели тут что-то было? Кто это сидит?
Mercy. Damn it. He won't hold out for long.
Так, а у меня навык-то есть?
Please. Where did they go?
У меня же навык есть перевязки.
No. What happened to you?
Ranson and his people. They found me.
What happened at Neuhof? Who's coming for you?
Ran's people. Loyal. What a fucking mess.
Why?
We didn't want to kill no one. Only they're savages. We ran off.
I'm looking for those bastards who attacked Neuhof. Where can I find them?
They've got a camp.
Where? Come on, tell me.
I don't know. I've never been there.
So how do you know about it? Who told you?
My mate, Timmy, he was there. But they might have got him by now.
Where can I find him?
He works at the windmill by Myriad. Unless they've killed him already.
Так, надо что с ним
What can I
делать?
do with you now?
Help me. Please.
Так. Ну блин, а где вариант перевязать?
I'm sorry, but there's no help for you in this world. Not anymore.
I know. Help me. To the next one. Please.
Что, он хочет, чтобы его добили? Ну ладно. Все. Так, у него немножко денег есть. Перчатки есть. И все. Здесь он браконьерствовал. Оттуда я пришел. Тут еще какая-то матрасик. И тут еще кровище везде. Как не понятно, почему они не добили тогда. И почему мой персонаж не мог его перевязать. Так. На мельнице. На север это. На север на мельницу теперь надо ехать. К приятелю Пета. Ну что ж, поехали на мельницу. Итак, я добрался до мельницы. Вот тут какие-то ребята ходят. Крестьянин и какая-то тетка.
I'm looking for a colossus by the name of Timmy. I heard he works here.
I don't know anyone like that.
Так, есть варианты. Ну, можно запугать. Ну, запугать. А можно уговорить. В общем, я все варианты могу сделать. Тренирую красноречие.
My God. So it's true then. That idiot's got himself mixed up in something dangerous again. All right, but not here. We'll talk round the back, behind the mill.
Так, за мельницей. Вот эта мельница. Ну, собака. Ну, кусать меня будешь? Что гавкаешь? Ну, укуси меня за мою стальную ляжку. А? Не нравятся мои поножи? Ну, кусай. Кусай меня за броню. Не хочет. Какая интересная мельница у них. Вот здесь мельница, вот жернова у нее крутится. А что она молит? А вот, наверное, вот в этих вот как раз в корзинках она и молит все. Но, кстати, лучше. Вот в Ведьмаке, например, на мельнице нельзя было зайти и посмотреть. Тут поделаем. Давай, рассказывай.
Here I am. So, why all the secrecy?
What do you want from Timmy?
Can you tell me where to find him?
Promise me nothing will happen to him.
Why do you care so much?
He's my brother. He's not very smart, you see. And he's always getting led astray by his no-good friends. And now there's some right peculiar characters looking for him.
Who are they?
I don't know. But they look like cutthroats. And they said some strange things. But I didn't tell them anything.
That's good. But sooner or later they'll find him anyway. Tell me where he is and I'll take care of him.
He's hiding at the Colburn farm, over by Merhoyed.
Ух ты. Это меня тут втроем решили напасть. Четвером даже. Надо было убежать.
I've got the feeling you're looking for someone here. I'm looking for someone too. Maybe we could help each other.
And who are you looking for?
A great big ox by the name of Timmy.
That's interesting. I'm also looking for a big ox called Timmy.
Well, what are the chances? Could it be the same fellow, I wonder? Now, if someone were to tell me where to find Timmy, I might offer that man a job. We could use a smart fellow like that at the camp.
Так. Можно их пытаться убедить.
You have an encampment somewhere?
Well, sure we do. And no shortage of coin if you're ready to earn it.
Where is it?
Ha, all in good time. First, prove we can trust you. Help us find Timmy.
А я бы хотел лагерь. Но можно, конечно, им рассказать, убедить.
I hear he's hiding in Ratai.
Oh yeah? Where in Ratai?
He's at the butcher's. They're his kin.
Well, excuse me if I take that with a grain of salt. I'll just leave Radan here to keep an eye on you. For your own protection, you know. Come with us if you got the stomach for it. If not, come and find us in the Summerpesh Tavern when it's all over. Or we'll find you.
Ну, с ним потом разобраться.
Come on, boys.
Сейчас одного со мной оставят. Я с ним разберусь тут. Потом с 3 придется разобраться. Ну, ты со мной остался, давай. Уходите, уходите. Какой-то он на вид жалкий. Так выглядит, даже такой. Что я тут делаю? Чувак, ты сейчас умрешь. Вдруг репутацию испортит. Ну, чувак, давай. Ну, иди сюда. Иди сюда. Ну, давай, иди сюда. Иди сюда. Иди сюда, дружок.
Don't fucking annoy me.
Да? А вот так хочешь? Все? Как там у нас репутация? Ужица, мельница, ротая. Не знаю. Ладно, что сделано, то сделано. Кстати, можно взять, а не украсть. Надпись не украсть появилась, а взять. То есть это было честное такое. Честная победа. Так, ну из ценного у него особо ничего нет, только пара яблочек и хлебушка. Поем по дороге. И мне надо идти за этим Тимми. Я ж тебя предупреждал, чувак. Где? Лошадь застряла. А с теми ребятами я попозже разберусь. Хотя они были в кольчуге, наверное, опасные. Так. Вот сюда мне, на букву А бежать. Хотя мясника зачем-то подставил местного. Хотя куда я его послал? Куда я их послал? Рота и мясник. Ну-ка, карта. О, далеко я их послал. Как раз зайду там к мяснику как-нибудь, спрошу, что там было. Может быть, я как раз приду, а там будет труп мясника валяться. Давай, прыгай. Ай, лошадка. Эти опасно очень кусты. Так, это я близко или не близко? Нет, не близко еще. Что-то хочет.
You're not averse to a bit of profit, are you?
What is it?
It's just that you look like someone who doesn't mind a bit of adventure. And as it happens, I'm looking for someone just like you.
All right. Tell me what it's about.
It's like this. I know of the whereabouts of some... And this information I can show.
Sounds a little fishy to me.
Now, that was an interesting twist of fate. I won it from a fellow at Dice. I'd have sent him to hell, of course, if I'd been...
Ну.
I've no time for...
Tall tales? Ah!
Это странно. Ну, в общем, будем знать, что такие вот мужички продают какие-то карты. Пока сейчас не время, значит, сразу поеду напрямую. Какие-то карты сокровищ. Но я ищу те, что у меня есть сокровища. Не все нашел, может быть, у него повторное. Опа, опять тупики. Ё-моё, эти кусты. Давай, лошадь. В общем, это ужас, эти вот кусты, которые нельзя объехать. Что-нибудь их. Вот деревня, которая называется Мрвходы. Ну хотя бы, блин, а ведь он же мог просто, вместо того, чтобы этого Тимми искать, пойти тех ребят замочить и допросить. Или вот этого вот была бы опция, вот этого, кого со мной оставили, его как-нибудь не просто убить, а как-нибудь допросить. Была бы такая возможность, было бы здорово. Опа, через кусты как я перепрыгнул. Все-таки вариантов мало. Мало вариативно, все-таки квесты довольно линейные. Так, вот этот Тимми. Нет, вот этот, значит. Хотя написано, что это Пета.
Hey, Timmy. How are you today?
I'm all right. Have we met?
We have now.
Huh? Oh, shit. What do you want? It wasn't me. I didn't... I mean... Shit.
I saw what you did at Neuhof.
What are you talking about? You weren't there. I mean, I wasn't there.
Don't waste your breath. You were there with Limpy Lubosh and Riki. I heard all about it.
What do you want from me?
Your mate Hinek told me about a whole camp full of those horse huns. And I want to find it. I need to find it.
Yeah, but why should I trust you, though? I'm not stupid. You might be one of them. Pretending to not be one of them. Trying to catch me out. I won't tell you nothing.
Так, он довольно глуповатый, ему можно этой штукой, что я не похож на головореза, убедить. Ну, сделаю так.
Do I look like someone who goes around hunting down half-wits for pleasure?
No, I reckon not. But I don't know where their camp is.
That's a load of horse shit. Hinek told me you were there, and that Pius warned you to keep your mouth shut. You must know something.
Well, once I was there with them, yeah. Only, I was pretty drunk, so I'm not too sure.
Try to remember.
It was in the woods. In some kind of woods. You know, with trees and stuff. There were some wrecked houses there and all. In the woods. A church! There was a church there. Kind of a broken one, though.
Oh, great. Thanks a lot. Now it's all clear to me. Do you remember which way you went?
It was straight north from Talmberg. When you go uphill from the castle, there's a path there round some barns, I think. It leads to the woodcutters' camp. If you go further on past the woodcutters, you come across this abandoned house. Can't miss it. Looks like a house, only abandoned. Go to the left there and carry on till you come to this clearing with a big beech tree. Or was it an oak? You go left there again there's this narrow path, and you go straight along there. Sometimes it splits up. You just keep to the left until you come to a crossroads by this big flat rock. You keep straight on there. After a while, you'll see a bridge. And it's right there. Easy as you please.
Better than nothing, I suppose.
But you won't tell nobody about Neuhoff, right? You promise? Oh no, bugger. I meant to make you promise, but I forgot.
No, don't worry. But in future, find some other way to make money. Like honest work?
Thanks. I'll try. On account of my sister, at least.
That girl at the windmill?
Hi, Mirka. Did you talk to her? What did she say?
She told me you're as thick as a fence post and always getting dragged into some mischief.
Did she? Yeah. She's probably right.
Так, он что-то сказал к северу от Талнберга. Да, задачка. Так. Доложить. Доложить надо кому-то, кто здесь находится наверху. Ну что ж. Думаю, это будет довольно просто. А потом будет, наверное, туда погнаться к ним. А это что за палатки такие? Лагерь. Ой, не маленький лагерь. Так, что тут есть в этом лагере? Что-то на юге, что-то на востоке. Так, стрельбище. На юге что не тут? Тут спят стражники. Ристалище. Кто это такие? Стражники. В общем, просто безымянные стражники. Вот он.
God bless you. What troubles you?
О, сколько вариантов есть.
Sir, I've been to Ujits, and the parish priest there is very odd indeed. He's very handy with a sword. Do you know anything about him, sir?
Godwin? Aye, an intriguing fellow. He's the youngest son of one of the lords of Kuttenberg. He was sent to the university to become a priest, as is customary with the youngest son. But he didn't much care for it. So when he finished studying, instead of taking up his parish, he went roaming. I imagine he had a pretty adventurous life. And then one day he came back and settled down. Hanush would know more about him.
Так. А что за морхоеды?
Why choose Mehoyed?
It's somewhat at the centre of events, isn't it? And what's more, there's another stud farm there.
Sir, do you think they're going to try the same thing again?
I shouldn't think so. Everyone will be on the alert now, but the secluded dwellings are more vulnerable. There are few people in them. They're scattered everywhere and we can't guard them all.
But the bandits won't find much silver in places like that.
There's always a groschen or two, some food and so on. Anyway, how much silver did they get from slaughtering those horses?
True. If they'd stolen them, they could have sold them. Those were fine animals.
Exactly. It's not about the silver. It's about something else.
But what?
Creating fear. Such great terror that you won't even squeak when they come to cut your throat. Never mind raise your hand against them. Fear that will root you to the spot, staring like a rabbit entranced by a stoat, waiting for the death blow to fall. Helpless to do anything about it.
Так. Новости насчет расследования.
About that encampment, sir.
What is it, lad?
I found out about the camp from another of the bandits who deserted. He's called Timmy. Big fellow, but more brawn than brain. The camp is an abandoned village in the woods to the west of Talmberg.
Good work, lad. Have you been to check it out? Do you know how many of them there are?
I don't know much apart from where it is.
We really need to find out more. Could you go back there and try to discover anything that could help us in the assault? The more we know, the better. And if you could carry out some sabotage while you're in there, it would be invaluable. But don't take any unnecessary risks. I don't want to lose you.
Так, попробую.
Certainly, sir. That is... I'll do what I can.
That's what I like to hear. You'll be our eyes and ears, lad. Our success will depend on what you find out. Go, and get back here as soon as you can. Meanwhile, I'll muster my men.
I'll find out what I can and be right back.
Так, а про расследование ему сказать.
Greetings. What do you need?
I have some news about the investigation, sir.
Good. Tell me.
The trail leads to Ujits. I found out one of the bandits is from...
I see.
I went to Ujits, where they told me I could find Lubosh, only someone had murdered him. It seems they're trying...
Indeed. The whole affair's becoming...
I found out about another one of them, a crony of Limpy Lubosh's.
You're doing a good job, but you need to be...
I'm afraid my news isn't good, sir.
I might have expected as much. Tell me the worst.
This Riki fellow was hiding out in the woods, and his former accomplices really did want to kill him, because he, Limpy Lubosh and others deserted them in Neuhof. It seems they wanted no part in the killing. Anyway, Riki told me they were hired by a bandit they call Runt. He's the one who stole your sword. Those murdering whoresons weren't after loot. They just wanted to do damage. And the worst thing is, they have an encampment in the area, and they're getting ready to make more trouble.
Sakra. Anything else?
That's all I found out so far, sir.
All right. Come back and report to me as soon as you learn anything new.
Так. Вот такие вот дела. Так, меч. Вот чем эта игра отличается от Скайрима и Ведьмаков. То, что такие вещи там можно утащить было. Но с другой стороны, в Ведьмаке какой-нибудь крутой меч достать, экипировать нельзя, пока левела нет. А здесь можно просто вот как бы оружие и достаточно просто силу прокачать, причем любыми способами, даже с помощью бутылочек и всякой прочей радости прокачать и использовать. Такие вот дела. Ну что ж, мы узнали, что где-то есть бандиты. Вот они, Змеиное гнездо называется, надо туда ехать. Лагерь дровосеков, лагерь разбойников, найти уже там по зацепкам ехать. Тут у нас город Тальмберг. На севере от него находится дело. Здесь это наша деревенька, в которой мы были. Начинали. В общем, надо уже ехать и делать квесты с разбойниками. Но это будет уже в следующем видео. А пока что всем пока. Не забывайте подписываться, пальцы ставьте. И еще раз всем пока.